Hello people, how are you doing? My name is Judith Orero and you're watching Nyopel'S Globe, right? Welcome if it is your first time. My name is Judith and you're welcome in Nyopel'S family. Thank you very much and welcome new subscriber and my old subscriber, always there to support me. Thank you very much and be blessed abundantly. You know, I was just doing these dishes and I remembered something. When I was doing these dishes, I started feeling back in my pain. You know, that is a problem which I've been having for quite a number of time. For quite a number of time, I have backache, I have back problem. I don't know, my spinal cord is kind of getting weak, maybe because I've just put on weight, and maybe my spinal cord is fighting to support the body I have right now because this is a new body, and let's say since 2019 until 2019, yeah, my body was kind of okay, right? But 2020 during the corona, and I started gaining weight and I've never like changed Anyway, now I have a backache, and when I do this small job like washing dishes, cooking, my anything, even walking, I can feel my back. It's just type of problem which you cannot, it's difficult for somebody to understand, not unless if they're in your body. Yeah. And it reminded me of a story. I wanted to go home and visit my family. For my new subscriber, I am in Cambridgeshire, UK, and I've been here for a number of years, like 20 years now, because I came 2007. Now I don't know, you can do the maths. Yeah. It's like 21 years, I don't know. And now it reaches a time I wanted to go back to Kenya. I've been going back, but after maybe the first time I was here in the UK, I spent 6 months and I went back home. Then I spent 3 years, I went back home. Then I spent 8 years, I went back home in Africa, Kenya. And it's been like that now. Sometimes I will spend even 5 years. Yeah. Now, the last time it was it was last year. Yeah, last year, 2015. Yeah, I wanted to go home. And because I am in the, what is it called? Universal Credit. People who are in the UK, you know what it is. My coach work told me that, you can only go for 1 month. That's what that is what Universal Credit allowed somebody to have a holiday for 1 month. And when you come back, you find your housing is okay, sorted, and your benefit will be okay. But my holiday was meant to be 2 months, because that is like July, the long holiday of the UK. And I spent like, the last time I was there, it was 2022, 2023, 2024, 2025. Now it was like 5 years I haven't been home, or 3.5. I was really pissed off, because my mom is unwell back home. And I really wanted to go home and see my family, after being here for 3.5 years. Now I wanted to go back home and see my family. But the job center was telling me, my coach, no, unfortunately, you can only go for 1 month. Oh my God, I just break down. I was talking to this, middle-aged lady, and I just told her, you know what? I've been in this country for so many years, looking after British citizens who are elderly and young, plus children, and it was okay when I was working. It was okay, but now it's time for me to go home and see my parent, my mom, who is on a wheelchair. You are telling me 1 month. I don't think if that is okay. I already have a ticket and it is 2 months. I cannot change my ticket. I don't want to change my ticket. I want to go for 2 months. Oh my God. We were like back and forth until I find out that I break down. I started crying, and I told her, those people who I was looking after, some of them might be your relative, and I was looking after them with a very good heart. It is time for me to go and look after my mom. Yeah, now you should actually allow me to go. I said, okay, you can go, but just know it's going to interfere with your benefit. Oh my God, I was really pissed off, because I'm thinking, if it interferes with my benefit and I come back, I'm going to be on the street with my children. Now I was like, what am I supposed to do? If I go there for good, how am I going to survive? And it's not easy when you're at this age. And where I come from, my family, they have like this stereotype. If you already have a child, you're supposed to have your own matrimonial home. They don't understand if you are divorced or what. They don't care. They just want you to have your own place. Now it is a tug of war which have made a lot of people to suffer out in their cities or in a different country, simply because they're not welcome in their own village. It's really, really sad, and something which people need to talk about it. You can have money, but you're not allowed even to build a small house in your own village, simply because you are a woman. That's how sad it is. And yeah, I went back and forth with this, my coach work, and I told her, I'm going home, and I'm going for 2 months. And if you check my record, I've been, coming, I've been doing my appointment, I've never been late, I've always explained myself if I'm unwell. It is time, I want to go home, and I don't want to lie to you, tell you that I'm going to be there for 1 month, and I will spend 2 months. I'm just being straightforward. Yeah. Now, he could not cope because I was emotionally, and he just said, it's okay, and he cut the phone off. And that is how I went home, and I spent 2 months. When I came back, my benefit was already messed up, Now I had to start following up my benefit, and it took me almost, oh God, it's just 2 months ago, because I came back after 2 months, which was September 2025, and this just 2 months ago, when was it? It was just May. No, it was March. Yeah, March, yeah. February, March. Yeah, it was just March 2026. That's when they sorted out my housing. Now I've been having problem reapplying again for the universal credit, and juggling around, paying water, paying council tax, housing on my back, letters all the time. I thank God for my daughter who helped me with the paperwork, because I'm terrible with paperwork. You have to find out. They will tell you, bring agreement, housing agreement, bring this. You will have to show your bank statement, any earnings you have, for them to support you. Now, from September 2025 until March, because February I was unable to pay the housing, full amount, and they kept on writing letters. Now, yeah, I was trying to ask them. They're tossing me left, right, and center, until my agent asked me, do you want me to help you and contact somebody from the housing? And I was like, yes, if you can help me, that will be good. And my agency had to give me this person number whom contacted me, and I spoke to them. Yeah, but they took long. in order for them to support me. I'm so grateful for my agent, because without my agent, I could have been just, struggling. Yeah. Now I thought about it when I was doing these dishes and I had my back aching. When you tell somebody that I have a backache, I booked appointment in the hospital. It was unveiled. I could not go to the hospital. When I tried to make a phone call, you cannot just walk in the hospital because they tell you book appointment. When you try to book appointment, you cannot go through to them. They tell you are late, book again tomorrow. And you need to start making phone call from early, like 8 o'clock in the morning up to 9. Past that, they don't take phone calls. And this house is hot. And I decided, let me walk in the hospital myself. I went to Peterborough Hospital, accident and emergency, and they checked me. They took my urine, and they asked me if I'm pregnant. I told them no, I'm not. And they told me, you okay? I told them, yes, you say I'm okay, but I'm feeling my body is, I am aching. I have a backache, Don't you have even medication which I can apply, or can you refer me to my GP? I did not ask them if they can refer me to my GP, but they just told me I am okay. Now I'm just wondering, these people, they cannot even give me medication. And they told me I need to book appointment to my GP. Now I was like, I am already here in the hospital. Why should I book appointment to my GP? I don't know how it works. I was like, no, I've already tried to book appointment, but I was unable to have an appointment. Now, the reason why I am not working is because of my backache. Because I've been in this country for like 20 years, and I've been doing heavy job like care job, lifting, manual, manual handling, looking for some people, care work. And if you're not careful, it will break your body down. And I am one of those people who are doing night shift, day shift, and long hours. And in a big care home, you're dealing like with sometimes 8 patients, one person, feeding them, washing them, and just looking after them, keeping an eye because their mobility is not very good. And yeah, from morning, from what time? I don't know if it's from 8 to 8, and sometimes night shifts. Yeah. Now I was doing that in a care home, and in their houses. Yeah, domestic. I did NHS in the mental health, in acute ward, in a forensic, in a what is rehabilitation. Now sometimes you have to do restraining, and this restraining sometimes it can affect you later in life. That is how it is, and for that reason it really damaged my back. I could see there's a light there. Oh yeah, it can damage your back, and that's what I was thinking when I was doing my dishes. I started feeling that backache. Now I had to take a little bit pause about it. I have to pause for it to cool down, because you feel like a sharp thing in the lower part of the spinal cord. Yeah, it's very painful. Yeah. Now that is a little story about me. Little story about me. Can you imagine working somewhere, but when it's time for you to go and visit your family who is unwell, you're being told no, you cannot go. It's so painful. Yeah. And it's just your health which make you cannot work again, because you have grind your body to the extent that you cannot anymore. Yeah. Now even doing minor things, even doing something minor, you feel painful. Oh my goody Lord. dishes look like. Dishes, that's one pot, kettle. I tried to wash it a little bit, but it's not coming out as I wanted. Yeah, these are the dishes I washed. Thank God there are not many. If there are many, they give me a backache. And here I just do this dusting. Yeah, just dusting on top. These are my bins, recycling, and the general, the black bin, which is general. And here is our new table. My daughter bought this table in the Facebook, I believe. She knows how to do online thing. Now she got rid of my normal table, and then she decided to put a carpet. God bless her. It was kind of a tug of war, you know, bringing this table in the house, because they brought it through the front door, and it was so difficult to bring it in through this door, because as you can see, it damaged some of these sides, and up here, you know, I don't know if this side is damaged a little bit. Yeah. Now, you know, these teenagers sometimes, Gen Z, when you try to tell them something, they don't want to listen. And I was like, we need to take this table around the house and come back with this door, the garden door, and she was not having it. Then I said, for that reason, you'll have to unscrew it, because it has screws down there. I don't know if you can see those screws. It has screws down there. I said, if you don't want, then you'll have to unscrew those things. And she just insisted to use the main door, which I said, you know what, I can't do it, period. She was here almost, I don't know, half an hour thinking of what to do. And later she said, I asked her, can we try and take it around and bring it back through this door? She was kind of upset, but we did it, and it just came in very softly. Now that is a little drama about this table. Anyway, if you have Gen Z, then I'm sure you know what I'm talking about. They can be very, very commanding, rolling, and annoying sometimes, which is not even making sense, you know. Yeah, now it's a little drama about my house. A little drama about my house. That is it. And it came in very easy when we use the back door. But you know, you have to go through round the steps. It's gonna take like maybe something like 8 minutes walking. Yeah, can take 8 minutes or 5 minutes if you're walking faster. Yeah, that's what happened. But the table look good. It's look good. It's just that I get very emotional, or I get attached with my stuff. Now when somebody wants to change them, I'm like, no, you don't need to change them. Why do I say that? It's because I feel like I will not live in this house for long. Now I don't see the reason why I should be buying furniture in this house. I'm just seeing myself back in Africa, you know. Now I don't see the point of buying things in this house if I might move out anytime. Yeah, one day I will just decide, you know, enough is enough, because life is very, very difficult in the UK, and a lot of people are moving out. You know, even in America, people are moving out, coming back to Kenya. You don't need to have a lot of money, you know. You just need to have a family where you can land, and then try a little business, whatever business you're doing, and look for a house and rent, and just start your life. Or if you have money, you can buy a land and just start with a small house, even if it's a mabati house, because life here is so difficult. You have money and you pay it all to the bills, which is not making any sense to me. That's how I feel. It's just a chain which goes round and circle, for no reason. Thank you for watching, and I hope you have been inspired with the video. I will really appreciate if you can support me with a like, share, leaving a positive comment. Subscribing is free. It's very free. The red button, you just press it and it subscribe. It does not charge you anything. Yeah. Otherwise, God bless you. May the blood of Jesus cover you. Thank you for my subscribers who have subscribed years and years ago. The ones who subscribed today or yesterday. You know, my long-time subscribers, my family, Nyopel'S family, thank you so much. God bless you abundantly. And if you haven't, kindly support me with a subscription. And may the blood of Jesus cover you people. May you be safe with your family, with your home. When you're going out and coming back, may the blood of Jesus cover you guys. And I believe that your cup will overflow. Thank you so much. And stay safe in the social media. Bye-bye. Bye. Oh, Lord.